Yo, what's good? What's good? You already know it's your boy City. You know what I'm saying? We out here making the most of this shit. You feel me? Alright, today I'm gonna drop a tutorial on 808s and kicks, and bass and all that. You know what I'm saying? Adding unique styles to it. How to do that 808 slide. How to find your key note. How to tune your 808. You know what I'm saying? How to, what I'm saying, where to place your 808s and all that. You know what I'm saying? And this tutorial was requested, was requested by Joe Beats. Yeah, it was requested by Joe Beats, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Joe Beats, feel me? Shout out to you, Joe Beats, you know what I'm saying? So let's get straight into it. So I'm gonna play the beat, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna play the whole instrumental. No 808, no bass, no nothing. I'm just gonna do that shit raw and then y'all can just, you know what I'm saying? So that's the entire instrumental right there. Alright. So like first thing first, you wanna find an 808. You know what I'm saying? You wanna find an 808 that sounds good. Feel me? I already have this 808 here that I got out of the Zone 6 drum kit from Producer Grind. You know what I'm saying? It's a Spins 808. Sounds good. You feel me? Sounds real good. Now, when it comes to 808, you want to make sure, you know what I'm saying? Let me just reset all this right here. You know what I'm saying? This what the 808, you know what I'm saying? Does sound good. Like, whenever you select your 808, you want to make sure you tune your 808s. You feel me? You want to make sure you tune it like this. You bring the attack down, the decay, the sustain, and the release. So whenever you hit a note, and you release that note, it stops. You don't want to be hitting the note and letting go and have that, you know what I'm saying, that running on. That's going to have your 808s note clashing. It's going to sound too much like it's not mixed properly, and it's going to give you a bad mix in the end, right? So you just want to make sure you choose a good 808. And also, you got to make sure your kicks are sounding good. You want to make sure you choose a good sounding kick. Because a bad sounding kick with a good sounding 808, it's gonna throw the whole thing off. You feel me? Unless you're gonna go through a lot of whole different mixing process, which you probably won't want to do that. You won't have time for all that. That's gonna be too much time working on one thing. You understand what I'm saying? So you just gotta make sure you have good sounds. You feel me? So this is my kick pattern right here. You understand what I'm saying? Also, if you have an 808 that you feel like it's not in the right tune or the right key, you just right click on it, select edit in audio editor, and then you right click again, go on regions, and then detect pitch regions. As you can see, the 808 is on C, in the key of C. You understand what I'm saying? So, as you can see here, it's supposed to be C, but the reason why it's on A sharp is because everything else, other sounds are on A sharp. So you gotta make sure everyone, every sound is on the right key note, right root note. Now, when it comes to creating 808 pattern, you're gonna copy your kick, paste it on your 808, right? Now that you have this right here, let me just solo out some of these stuff and just roll with it. That right here. All right. So now that I have, now that I have my kick pattern and 808 pattern right here, right? Next thing that you want to do after you tune your 808 and after you find the root note, after you find the key note and all that, you want to, next thing you want to do, you want to make sure to find the root note for your melody. You know what I'm saying, for your chord progression, right? So if you don't remember it, just go back in your chord progression like this. This is my chord progression right here, right? And the root note and my chord progression is right here. You know what I'm saying? E, C, then it goes down to A. You understand what I'm saying? So I go back on my 808 and I highlight these notes right here. I just drop it down to E. You know what I'm saying? It sounds a little bit too low, so I bring that up an octave. You know what I'm saying? Sounds good. Now for this one right here, you want to make sure it's on C, so which is already on C. This one, you gotta make sure it's on A. You understand what I'm saying? So you highlight all these right here, Control L, bring it out like that. Kind of like the ending right here. So I'm gonna just cut this back real quick. You know what I'm saying? That sounds good. Now, you want to do the same thing with all the other notes that you have. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they're on the right key note. I'm saying on the right root note. Sorry about that. Make sure it's on the right root note. Alright, so I got all that. You know what I'm saying? So everything is all right here. You know what I'm saying? Everything's all right here. So let's work with this from the 4 bars right here. Now I'm going to play it again, and then we're going to add 808 slides to it. And you know what I'm saying? Ways you can make your 808 sound better. Alright, that sounds good. Sounds good. So I'm gonna click on the slide icon right here, and then I'm gonna feel out where I can, you know what I'm saying, add the slide note. So by listening to it, you can figure it out. So I'll probably just put one right here. And another one right here. And there's another thing. Instead of just having this section and this section repeating, you can always find like an alternative. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so I guess I'm not finding an alternative, so I just keep that. And so stuff like that happens when you set in the mood for your 808. You want to feel stuff out. You know what I'm saying? Don't be ashamed of making mistakes or whatever. Sometimes making the mistakes have your beat sound fire. So, you know what I'm saying? So finally, you have nice 808 pattern. It's not perfect, but it's something. You know what I'm saying? And if you play the whole beat and everything, sounds good. You feel me? Sounds real good. So basically, that's just how you create your 808 pattern. You just gotta follow the root notes of your chord progression. You understand what I'm saying? You just gotta follow your root notes. Always tune your 808s and choose the right 808s. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna get rid of all of this and I'm gonna create something from scratch, from the top of my head. Right? Create something from scratch from the top of my head, and I'm just gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Create something, and then we create a native pattern from that. I'm not even gonna use no scales or what. I'm just gonna create something random. I'm just gonna choose a plug. Just working on some random stuff here. So, and it also goes back to choosing the right sounds when making your beats, so that when you have like a good sounding 808, you don't want your melodies or all that stuff to be throwing your 808s off and all that. There's a lot of different stuff to it that you don't really know yet, but you know what I'm saying. All right, so let me go ahead and finish creating this right here. All right, doesn't sound too bad. It doesn't sound too bad. Let me just slow it out a little bit.